I wait for the car to pass before I cross the street. Oh, I'm not sure if I remembered clearly. Everyone tomorrow, 10 a.m. Meet me at the fountain at Stadtbell Plaza. Before we all woke up, I think Ray told everyone to meet up today. I glance at my watch. It's just before 9:30. I got here so early. I'm so nervous. I'm meeting them for the first time in real life. The fountain showers fresh drops of water into the basin below as I walk over to the other side. Oh! I stop in my tracks. On the bench, I see someone with silvery hair sitting with his eyes closed. He's still so pretty. That guy looks a lot like Subaru. The earbuds in his ears tell me he wants to shut the world out. I lick my lips and muster up the courage to walk towards him. Okay. I slowly step closer. He suddenly looks up. But his eyes are both blue. What happened to the red eye in the dream? Oh my. In an instant, I see an image of Subaru in my head, his toothled eyes shining in the dark. But this guy, he got both blue eyes. He don't got no red eye. He looks up at me, confused. As I stand there mystified, he tilts his head, furrowing his brow. Why not? Subaru? Is that you?
Who else would it be?
But your eyes. A grimace flashes across his face for a quick moment, but he immediately puts on a straight face. Oh, shoot. Maybe he wears a blue contact, so that people don't treat him weird for having a red eye. I know he doesn't like talking about it.
Sit down.
He pats the space next to him. I take a seat. I wonder how long he's been sitting here. He's so pretty. Was he nervous like me and came here early? I've been super anxious all morning. I couldn't stay still. So I'm here early. What about you?
I made an excuse to go out. Feels a bit uncomfortable staying at home.
Oh. Do you have trouble with your parents? Subaru crosses his legs.
No, nothing like that.
I guess Subaru doesn't like being at home. I wonder if it has anything to do with him not liking his eyes. What happened to make him so self-conscious about them? I gaze at his blue left eye. They're so captivating. He's so pretty. Subaru looks at me, clearly unsettled by my incessant staring at his beautiful eyes. I'm sorry, his beautiful eyes.
What?
Nothing, it's just... He's wearing a colored contact lens, isn't he? I know it's a touchy subject for you, but I really like your eyes, Subaru. Your real ones are beautiful just the way they are. Subaru looks at me wide-eyed, but he doesn't say anything and his gaze grows more intense. Stop looking at me like that. My stomach rumbles. Oh, crap. I was in such a hurry, I forgot to eat breakfast. Silly me. I glance over at Subaru as he chuckles, covering his mouth with the back of his hand, as if trying to contain his laughter at my stomach. Stupid stomach. Oh, come on. It's not something to laugh about. I purse my lips in a pout, bending over to hide my stomach. But instead of keeping it in, Subaru lets out a hearty laugh. Yes, that was a hearty laugh.
I've never heard a stomach growl so loudly before. It's interesting.
His words come out with a hint of a smile. I'm embarrassed by all this, but Subaru's laugh is so genuine. I stare at him in awe. I've never seen him smile before. He's really cute when he smiles. He's so pretty. Smitten by his smile, I can't help but giggle. Subaru. Subaru looks as if he's surprised for a moment and quickly retracts his smile.
What?
Oh, nothing. It's just so nice to see you smile.
Let's go.
Where are we going? Subaru jerks his chin up to point to the cafe across the street.
I'd like to get a bite.
Oh, he's so considerate. He shifts his weight and stands up.
Do you feel like joining me?
His last sentence is more quiet, somewhat reserved. I blink a few times, noting a bit of redness in his cheeks. Oh, is he shy? That's cute. Somehow he seems listless, while having many sides to him at the same time. I wonder if I can find out more about him if I go with him.
Oh, but I'm going after Ray right now. I want to go with him.
I wanna. Fuck. What do I do? Fuck.
I don't know how much these choices matter. And I don't know if the premium choices matter the same way regular choices would.
Fuck. Fuck it. Can't hide it now, can I? I really am hungry.
There's still some time before the others show up, so let's go.
One large breakfast plate here. The waiter sets the huge dish in front of Subaru.
And a latte with extra sugar for the lady.
Enjoy. Subaru stares at the food with interest. It's a large breakfast with half a baguette, 2 bacon strips, 2 poached eggs, and coleslaw, with potato wedges on the side. We could split it, you know.
This is yours, right?
I laugh sheepishly as Subaru grabs the latte in front of me. I reach for the plate that was supposed to be mine to begin with. Oh. Subaru reaches for it at the same time. In that split second, our fingers touch. I feel so awkward. It's like I'm on a date or something. I feel a slight flush of heat across my face. I snap out of it and promptly dismiss those thoughts.
Let me.
I would totally date this guy, though. Probably. In the nightmare world, I feel safe with Ray, but I would totally date this guy in real life. Oh, thanks. I retract my hands and watch him slide the plate across the table. I thought you said you wanted something to eat. You only ordered a drink.
I'm fine with this.
This makes me look like I eat a lot. I mean, I do, but still.
Why aren't you eating?
Subaru asks, then proceeds to dump the extra sugar into his drink. That's gonna be so sweet. So Subaru has a sweet tooth, huh? I press my lips together and fork up a potato wedge. Oh man, this is good. Subaru lets out a chuckle. Noticing my childish behavior, I put my fork back down.
Go on and eat. I'm not gonna make fun of you if that's what you're thinking.
I didn't think of it that way.
I like that you're honest.
Aww. Yeah, I like him. What? Subaru takes a sip of his coffee. I watch him lick his lips before he sets the cup back into place.
I think it's great that you don't put up a front. You're able to just be yourself.
Oh, does that mean you aren't able to be yourself, Subaru? I know the feeling. It makes me feel sad thinking about it.
I happen to like people who can be themselves.
He smiles at me and I feel a bolt through my chest. Oh, does Subaru realize he's a lady killer? After we finish our meals, Subaru pays for both of us, and we head back to the fountain. 10 o'clock, right on the dot, Ray shows up. There's no mistaking him with that fleur-de-lis and red hair. He's wearing his signature university jacket.
Is it just you two?
It seems so. Ray clicks his tongue and looks at his watch. It's only been a few minutes, but Ray's already impatient. Seeing how he came right on time, I guess he hates being kept waiting. He didn't even sit down. Subaru, on the other hand, doesn't seem to mind.
Seriously, which part of 10 in the morning didn't they understand?
Let's wait a bit longer. I'm sure they'll be here. I'm not so sure. Ray folds his arms. I lean forward, trying to get a better look at him. He seems very similar to the Ray I know in the nightmare world. Well, of course, he is the same person after all. But the atmosphere surrounding him now...
Gosh, we're wasting time.
Yep, this is definitely Ray.
Let's go.
Ray turns to leave, but as Subaru and I stand up, we hear a voice in the distance. Hey! Is that Toma? We see Toma dashing towards us, his bright smile even more magnificent in the light of day. He halts, doubling over as he catches his breath. I knew you'd be a lady bum. Late bum.
Were you really going to leave without me?
You're late.
Jeez, just by 10 minutes, jeez.
Hey, Toma, I knew you'd show up. Toma laughs, standing up straight.
Wow, look at you guys. I can't believe we're all here.
Toma isn't any different than he is in the nightmare world. He's still as hyper as ever. He's kind of obnoxious, but his presence always lightens the mood. But what about Licht?
Personally, I think Licht is in a coma, and the nightmare world is his comatose dreams.
They all look at me. You didn't forget, did you? We should wait for him too.
Hey, so you'll wait for Licht, but you weren't going to wait for me? Wow, Risa, I see how it is.
Okay. Playing along with his sarcasm, I lightly pat him on the cheek. We decide to wait for Licht in the park for an hour.
I guess it's no use waiting for someone we're not sure is coming. We only met him last night and we didn't get much from him either. He could be dead.
Subaru mutters. My voice shakes. Come on, don't say stuff like that.
It's not impossible. If he died, we would have heard about it in the news this morning.
That's true. Toma's words offer me some relief.
Well, whatever the case, we've got stuff to do. If he's just being lazy about coming here, then we should just get moving without him.
Ray walks off. We all follow after him. As we walk, I can't take my mind off of Licht. And how obnoxious that is to say. Licht. We end up at Ray's house. It's very simple.
Just wait here.
Ray leads us into the living room and starts to go off somewhere. The room looks pretty clean. I feel a little uneasy. It seems like he's a perfectionist.
Wow, you sure got a nice place here, Ray.
Do you live alone? Ray just passes us by and goes across the hallway. Subaru looks around, seeming especially interested in the bookshelf. I love him. Okay.
Oh, look, he was so cute when he was little. Toma picks up
Toma picks up a framed photo and I lean over to take a peek too. A smiling woman stands beside a little boy with a determined smirk. Oh, you're right! Look at his cute little cheeks! Is this his mom? I smile as I study the picture, but Toma's hands tremble slightly. What's wrong?
We, better put this back.
For a split second, I could have sworn there was a small, sad look on his face. Toma?
I get it already.
Ray's voice comes from afar, and we see a woman dragging a suitcase.
I'll call you in the morning, all right?
Have a safe trip. Ray smiles gently, seeing his mother off on her trip. Whoa, that's new. The woman notices us and stops in her tracks. It's the woman in the picture.
These are the people I told you about. Oh, hello. It's not often that Ray brings his friends over. Unfortunately, I'm on my way out the door for a business trip, but make yourselves at home, all right? You better get going or you miss your train.
Ray shoos her in a playful kind of way. Aw, so he can actually be sweet too. You know, like the time he saved me from falling down the stairs. The scene warms my heart and reminds me of my own life at home. Even if we end up like adventurers in the nightmare world, we're still just kids in the end.
Must be nice.
Subaru's comment makes me glance over at him. It was almost inaudible, but I couldn't miss it. Flashback. Do you have trouble with your parents?
No, nothing like that.
Subaru. I hope that someday he'll find a place where he feels safe to be himself. As soon as Ray comes back to the living room, Toma locks his arms around Ray's neck.
Aw, I didn't know you were such a mama's boy. Hey, let go of me.
Toma lets go and Ray fixes his hair as he drops to the sofa.
Alright, now I believe we have things to talk about. Why are you so serious again? Didn't you bring us here to celebrate the joy of living? We'll have no life to celebrate if we can't figure out how to escape our nightmares.
Your mom was in such a hurry we didn't get to say goodbye.
Yeah, about that.
Ray brings his thumb to his lips.
She's not actually my real mom. I don't have a dad, by the way. She lost her husband before I entered the picture.
What? You were adopted? Like all of us?
You were adopted.
Why are you suddenly bringing that up?
Because if my hunch is right, that means the same goes for all of you, too.
Huh? Ray is saying we're all adopted? This suddenness of this stupefies me. As if it wasn't so obvious already. No, I was raised by my real... I stop myself. I mean, I guess I won't know for sure unless I check my family records.
You can't go telling people they're adopted, Ray. Why would you even think that in the first place?
Probably because it's obvious.
You yourselves admitted to not having any childhood memories. That still doesn't mean...
Ray folds his arms.
Subaru seems to agree with me.
I bite my lip, glancing at Subaru, who's quietly listening to the conversation. Is that why he seems so hesitant to talk about his parents? Because he knows they're not his real family?
To some degree, it makes sense. We're all without a past. Ray and I know we've been adopted. There's the orphanage, too. There's a 50% probability it's all related to the nightmare we've been having.
You know, I would think maybe it's more than 50%, but whatever. The revelation hits me hard. In an instant, the image of my parents flashes into my mind. We're happy, aren't we? You can be happy and be adopted. What the fuck? I've always wondered about my past, but I've never considered that I might have been adopted. Is it really so bad to have been adopted?
Risa?
I'm just very surprised, that's all. I'm so overwhelmed. But my parents have been with me all my life. They're the only family I've ever known. They never mentioned anything about me being adopted, probably because I was always too young. I don't know if it's true or not. Toma grits his teeth. Toma. Tug. Toma. I lightly tug at his sleeve.
If that's true, then where did we come from? Why were we at the orphanage? You don't have to accept it right away. We don't know for sure yet. But if it's true, it might just be the key to solving these nightmares.
I understand. Ray's usually abrasive with his words, but he knows this is a lot to take in. I start to think of the parents who raised me. I probably should find out for sure, but I can't bring myself to ask. We spend time trying to put the pieces of the nightmare together until evening, where we all fall asleep in a giant huddle. Oh, it's already 8 p.m.
I know, as I stretch my arms wide.
Fuck. Although I know I have to stay vigilant, I can't stop myself from, Come to think of it, I'm awake during the day and explore the nightmare world at night. Do I ever get to rest? Am I tired most of the day, as if I haven't slept? Or do I feel like I have slept? I'm just busy in both worlds. Questions.
Hold up, you're sleepy already? I thought we were gonna stay up all night. You really think that's possible? If you're the only one to fall asleep, won't you get pulled into the nightmare world alone?
His words slap me awake. I'm terrified of falling asleep now. Out of nowhere, Ray sets 4 capsules on the table.
I thought this might help.
Adderall? Oh, I've heard of this. It's a stimulant.
Don't you need a prescription for that? Perks of being a med student.
Naughty boy. We all decide to take the medicine. I hope this actually works.
Of course it will.
Not if it's a supernatural sleep demon pulling us in. But it's impossible to stay awake forever. At some point. Ray finds his way around the table to sit beside me. Because of course he does. I look at each of their faces. No doubt they all realize this, but aren't saying anything. Toma finally breaks the tense silence. Dang, I feel so wired.
Sit down. Why can't you just keep quiet?
Toma chuckles as he sets down a glass of juice for each of us.
I'm just feeling it, you know? Didn't you say we could get high from this drug? You make it sound so illicit.
Subaru appears with a book in hand. He holds it up and turns to Ray.
Do you mind if I borrow this? Go ahead. We all need something to keep us awake. I wish we had coffee, though. Well, it's not on the menu.
What if we get nightmares while we're awake? Is that even possible? A waking nightmare?
That would be more like hallucinating.
Toma claps his hands together. He then looks at all of us and starts clapping faster. Heh, heh. All I can do is grin wryly.
Will you stop that?
Toma ignores Ray's words and starts clapping even more. On my way back from the bathroom, I feel a cold breeze. Ah, that feels nice. I can't help but lean on the window. It's so refreshing. As I turn my head, I find Ray standing by himself outside the balcony. What's he doing all alone? I prop my head on my arm, watching Ray. He looks up to the sky, gazing at the stars as he exhales a breath. Why does he look so lonely? I feel like if I leave him to go to himself like this, he'll go off somewhere far away, Before I know it, I'm headed towards the balcony. Without thinking, I grab the hem of his shirt. Don't go anywhere. Ray turns around, surprised. His face glows radiantly in the fuck. His face glows radiantly in the moonlight.
What are you doing?
I realize what I'm doing and immediately pull my hand back. Nothing. I just thought you looked lonely, that's all.
Oh. You were worried about me?
It gives me teasing look. No, well, maybe. Suddenly embarrassed, I look away from him. I guess it wasn't worth worrying about you. Wow, that's rude. I'm going back inside. You should do the same before you freeze. Just as I turn to head back to the living room, Ray speaks up.
Sometimes, when I'm looking up the stars like this,
Ray looks up and I can't help but do the same.
I feel like all my problems are tiny in the grand scale of things.
I kind of feel like I know what he means. Then he looks at me.
Stay here with me for a bit.
My heart suddenly aches when I see the pained smile on his face. Fuck. I can't do it. I don't have enough fucking diamonds. Ugh. The wind creeps over our skin again and I shiver. It's pretty cold out, Ray. Why don't we go inside? I feel like my voice is getting just like more and more weird. Ray inhales sharply, putting his hands in his pockets.
Yeah, it's a shame.
He starts walking past me and I follow him back to the living room. Fuck. Look what I found. When we arrive back in the living room, Toma excitedly pulls out a box from under the table. Ooh, snakes and ladders. That's a classic.
Come on, let's play. Board games are fun and can keep us from dozing off, too.
Hey, buddy, wanna join us? Subaru closes the book he was reading and looks at me.
I don't really know how to play that.
It's super simple.
Seriously? Who doesn't know how to play snakes and ladders?
Toma gets up and pulls Subaru to sit down with him.
Hey, watch it. Now listen up. Lucky for you, the master is in the house. Master?
Ray scoffs.
This game is for little kids. It doesn't take any effort to master.
Ray doesn't seem to budge, so I catch him by the wrist. Come on, Ray. It'll be fun. Let's just be like little kids again. You know, like in the memories we all lost. He sighs and picks out a player token from the box.
Yeah, all right.
Toma gives Subaru a rundown of the rules. Naturally, Subaru catches on quickly.
So with the ladder, the token goes up. And if it's a snake, we have to go down, right?
You got it, buddy. There's a ghost of a smile on his lips. Seems to be enjoying this already, and we haven't even started yet. That's cute.
All right. Let's start. I'll go first.
Oh, boy. I mean, don't people usually roll the dice to see who goes first? And whoever gets, like, the highest number goes first? They both look at each other competitively.
It's my game. I'm going first.
Ray reaches for the die, but Toma slaps the back of his hand.
I suggested we play it, so it should be me.
Guys, that's not really...
Besides, you didn't even want to play. I'm playing now, aren't I?
Before I can finish what I was saying, Subaru reaches out to the board, picks up the die, and starts rolling it. In the end, Subaru beats all of us.
I can't believe this. I demand a rematch. Stop bothering me. I've had enough.
No! Toma clings to Subaru, pleading for another round. Toma was a bit upset earlier. Glad he's back to his playful self at least. Haha! Come on, guys. He doesn't have to play. My field of vision suddenly starts shaking violently. Huh? The ringing of the bell resounds in my ears. A painful reminder that our fun has come to an end. No, 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 I can't go to sleep. I try to blink, fighting the drowsiness, but in the end, I finally close my eyes. Hey, was anyone looking at a clock? Do we know if it was 10 p.m. exactly?
Into the nightmare.
Next time.